Hi everyone, this is Becky from My Creative Life. Welcome to my channel. Today I am sharing a layout here in my blue Dina Wakley journal. And I am going to be using some sprays today, some Dylusions sprays. Now I purged my sprays recently because I hardly ever use them. I just kept a few colors that I really love. And the reason I do not use them a lot is because of the mist that goes everywhere, all over the desk once you spray those sprays there on your project. But I decided to go ahead, grab a cardboard box. This is not anything brand new. A lot of other crafters I've seen using a cardboard box just to contain the splatters and so on. So I went ahead, grabbed this one, and I'm gonna go ahead and work on my background right now. So I'm pulling out this pink. I am also gonna grab a blue and a green. Of course, once they mix together, you get a little hint of purple, a little bit of orange, and so on. And I will use a paper towel to grab all of the excess on the background and just continue spraying with whatever colors I wanted to see most of. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue spraying right now. And once I'm done, I'll move on to my stenciling. So right now I'm just gonna remove some of the excess off both pages here using the paper towel, but normally I would grab another journal and grab all of that excess ink in there because I do not want to waste my product. So do not do what I'm doing today by using that paper towel. I mean, you can, but if you want to go ahead and grab a journal, you can start a brand new background, just soaking up some of the excess here on that new journal page, which is something I normally do, but I'm not sure why I did not grab my journal on this day and start that new background. So I'm just gonna continue here adding my sprays until I get my background exactly how I want it to be. And here I'm gonna go ahead and dry my pages. I also dried the back of the pages just to make sure I get it as dry as possible before moving on to the next step. Now I will do some stenciling. I am going to use some light modeling paste from Golden along with this Crafters Workshop stencil. It's a beautiful floral stencil. And there I'm using my silicone spatula there from Nuvo, applying that paste. Now you're seeing a bright white, but once this dries, it will soak up some of the color on the background. So it's not going to be a bold, bright white like it is right now, which is absolutely fine with me because I did not want these florals to stand out too much, but I definitely wanted them to be visible on the background, and the tone of white that I got afterwards was perfect. So I'm going to continue adding in my florals here in 3 different areas, and then I will move on to some more stenciling. So here I'm just removing any of the paste that went past my stencil, and you can see there it comes up really easily. I am making sure it's nice and dry because I don't want to rest my hand on those floral pieces and have them smudge once I'm adding in some more stenciling here. Now for the stenciling I'm doing here, I'm using some stencil butter from the Crafters Workshop along with this beautiful Dina Wakley stencil. Now I will add all of the items I used today on this layout down in the description box along with the exact colors that I used as well. So you can see I'm just going to continue adding in this Flourish stencil across both pages on my layout here in 3 different areas. Now the one on the right, you're actually not going to see it much towards the end of this process. My focal point will sit on the right page, but I absolutely love to see it peeking out just a tiny bit behind that focal image. Now I wanted to add a little bit more detail to my background before moving on, and I pulled out my Signo white gel pen and doodling in some leaves here. Now I'm not really great at doodling. I'm still practicing with my doodles, but they definitely do not need to be perfect at all. So I am gonna go ahead and continue adding in a few leaves, all stemming from that Flourish, from the Flourish stenciling that I added earlier. So I lost a little bit of footage throughout this process, but right now you're looking at my focal point. I grabbed this girl out of a magazine page. You'll see the magazine page in a little bit. And I also grabbed some of these shapes from the Dylusions Collage sheets. And I believe this is from these are all from set 4. I'm just adding them to my background there using my matte gel medium to adhere to the background. That will definitely keep it all in place. Making sure to add enough on the edges to keep them held down. So in my previous layouts, I've shown you guys how I would blend a focal image, a collage piece, into my background using color to extend from that focal point onto the background itself, making it all one. Today I'm doing it a little bit different. I am adding these marks extending from my girl onto the background, therefore pulling her into the background. And it's just a different technique, a different way of doing it. So now it's all one. She's not just sitting on top of my layout. She is part of the layout. And I'm using this chisel tip Posca Paint Pen and just adding in those simple marks there. And I am also going to add them on other areas of my layout as well, just to tie it all together. So here I decided to pull in my pink Posca Paint Pen, but I was not quite sure if I'd like how it looked on this layout. So I'm going in really lightly right now and adding some details. Once I love how it looked, later on you'll see I do go in a little bolder with this Posca Paint Pen in pink. Right now I'm just using my black Posca pen here to go over the crown I added to her head, and you'll see I'll pull out the chisel tip black pen instead because it definitely covers a larger area at once, and it just worked a lot better for the area I was trying to cover. So now I am adding in some more details with the pink pen, and I definitely needed to reactivate this pen. Once I do here, I get a little puddle there on my layout, but it brightened up the pink a lot more. I got that paint flowing some more, so I added in some more details here in the background and my girl as well. And I love how that looks now. Now I'm adding in the word phrase next to her on the left. It says, just perfect, be yourself. I am going to use my black Stabilo All pencil, outline those word phrases, and then I'll use a wet paintbrush to activate that pencil mark, and that will add some shading to my word phrases. So next up, I'll add a little bit of details to her eyes just to wake her up a bit, adding in some white with my white gel pen and some black as well. And then I'll add a lot more pink to my girl to make her a lot funkier, and that definitely finished up my project. I love how this layout turned out, and I really love using that stencil butter beforehand my sprays. I cannot wait to dig into those sprays again. I will give you guys a close-up look at my project and then some still shots as well. And here I'm just adding in a little bit more detail using some green Posca paint here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the process today. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you did. If you're new to my channel, take a look around. If you like what you see, I hope you consider subscribing as well. If you do subscribe or you are already subscribed, be sure to click on that notification bell. That way, once I upload new videos, YouTube will notify you that I did. And here we have some still shots. So thanks for watching today, and until my next video, bye.